Is bulking really worth it? And the answer might surprise you. You see, I used to be a big proponent of this body recomp, main gaining, Greg Doucette type shit. Or just eat your calories will automatically adjust themselves. Just go lift and go get strong. And that was absolutely incredible. It was phenomenal. It got me crazy results. It changed my life. This was the whole mindset I had at the beginning of the gym. And it got me from this physique to this physique. It got me very, very far. But recently I've hopped on a bulk and my muscle mass, my lifts, my numbers have been skyrocketing. I've gained a lot more muscle. I'm a lot thicker. I'm a lot beefier now. I'm a lot stronger. I put on like 10, fuck knows how many pounds, right? I put on a lot of pounds and the bulk is still going and it's got me a lot of progress, but there are some adverse effects, very adverse effects. So we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of bulking, and together you and I are gonna find out if bulking for you is really worth it. Let's start talking about the cons of bulking. And the first one is probably the worst one, and it is how bloated you will feel. You will look so bloated. If you take a look at my face right now and you go back like a few weeks ago with my videos, you will notice that my face is a lot leaner. It's a lot more defined. It's a lot like my jawline isn't as fucking like fat or anything, right? You will feel like bloated. You're gonna start losing your jawline. You're gonna start losing that stuff, especially if you take creatine, which I recommend you do. You will feel bloated as fuck, man. There's a lot of water retention just being held in your cheeks. You're gonna have fucking fat pads. You will look like a pufferfish, especially if you're used to seeing a lean face on you. You know, you're used to seeing hollow cheeks. You have a very defined face and everything. If you're used to seeing that, prepare to say goodbye. Prepare to say salam alaikum to that lean face. It's gonna be gone, my friend. Okay, it's not gonna be there anymore. It's gonna go. That's what you're gonna have to accept. Most of the time, it will be gone. So if you've been like, looks maxing very hard and you're achieving that male lean face, which is probably one of the most important things to male attractiveness, a lean face, you're gonna lose it. On this bulk, you are going to lose it. So prepare for that. Another con is you're gonna start developing a lot more acne, right? This is because of a lot more dairy. You're gonna be eating a lot more food, and of that food is likely going to be dairy products, milk, cheese, yogurt, that kind of shit, peanut butter, a lot of things that have like this milk to it, right? This kind of animal products to it. Basically milk, right? Dairy. You know what dairy is, bro. Don't make me fucking explain dairy to you, maggot. So it's just dairy, right? You're gonna be eating a lot more dairy, which will give you acne, unfortunately. But you're just gonna have to accept that. Another con you're gonna feel is being sluggish. You're gonna feel slow. You're gonna feel fat. You're gonna feel like you're just gonna feel sluggish, man. You're not gonna feel like zesty and zesty. You're not gonna feel like you can move around as quick. You're not gonna feel sharp. You're gonna feel bloated and sluggish. You're gonna feel like a slug. And these three combined give a lot of people a form of insecurity, right? If you're used to seeing that sexy fucking lean face and bloated and like you're used to looking good, and you hop on this bulk, it's a good chance you're going to be a bit more insecure because of, the new additions you've had to your face, the new addition of fat, new addition of bro, on a bulk you will add fat, right? You have to accept it. But there will be new additions of fat, new additions of acne and pimples and all this sort of stuff. It will affect you and it might make you insecure. So keep that in mind. Another thing is you will lose your abs. You saw those abs? If you're lean and you look in the mirror, abs, you do the little aesthetic pose and everything and disease pose and you look at yourself and your abs, you also say salam alaikum to them. They're gonna be gone. No more. You're gonna lose your abs. If you bulk properly, there's a good chance your abs will be gone. For most guys, your abs will be gone. So prepare for that. No more girl rubbing her fingers along your abs. No more of that, right? Your abs, bye-bye. Goodbye abs. Another con is you will be a worse fighter. Now this, you might think, what? I'm being bigger guy, I'm worse fighter. No. If you do boxing, if you do Muay Thai, wrestling is a different story, right? But if you do boxing, if you do Muay Thai, if you do Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, if you do all this sort of stuff and you just add unnecessary fat and unnecessary muscle, like lateral delts, they look fucking good, they look incredible, they make you look sexy as shit, but for fighting and for combat sports, it's not really necessary, is it? No, it's not. What the fuck are you gonna do lateral raises for? You're not really gonna be doing that, right? And calves and your quads. Fuck, you don't need quads when you're doing boxing, right? So unnecessary muscle will slow you down and it will tire you out, leading to you being a worse fighter. Your punches will be going out slower because you have bigger shoulders, bigger arms. Your punches will be going out slower. You will be getting tired out a lot faster. Keep that in mind. You will be a worse fighter, especially if it's fat added, which again, you're gonna have a combination of fat and muscle added. So it's not just your, steroids only muscle. No, you will literally be getting like fat added to your body fat. Another con is you're going to be eating a lot of food, which means you're going to be full a lot of the time and you're going to feel like nauseous. You're going to feel like throwing up sometimes, which is not a nice feeling. And because of that, another con is you will be so unproductive, man. You will be so unproductive. It's 5 p.m. and I've eaten nothing today. It's because I do intermittent fasting and I eat a huge amount of food after 5 p.m., right? I eat nothing at the beginning of the day, but I eat a huge amount of food after, so I can be productive and bulk, because when you're fasted, you're a lot more productive. So this means I suffer a lot at the end of the day. Big meal, and it's just a huge amount of like gigantic meals I'm shoveling down my throat, right? If you spread this out throughout the day, it might be a bit better, but you will not be productive. If you're working on your business, if you're trying to study, if you're trying to do like past paper exams, trying to study for school, whatever, you will be unproductive as fuck. You just have food and you have carbs being digested. That's 50% of your brain power just going to digesting shit. So you will lose a lot of your productivity on a bulk, especially if you do what I'm doing, where it's like half the day you're productive and the other half you're basically brain dead. You're literally retarded. And the final thing, we could go on and on about the cons, but the final thing is bulking is kind of expensive if you're broke, right? You all buy food. Bulking is kind of expensive unless you're bulking on the worst foods in the world, which I don't fucking advise you to do, because all the cons will be multiplied by 10 that I just explained. So bulking is kind of expensive, but if you're broke, first link in the description, you'll make a fuckload of money. We've talked about the cons enough. Let's talk about the pros. The pros, what are the pros? The first one is you will be able to lift more weight, which means your absolute strength is stronger. Your body strength, not your fighting strength, your body strength. So let's say you're trying to like arm wrestle someone or just wrestle someone, you will be stronger. Your numbers will go up significantly. You will skyrocket your numbers. Bro, in a few weeks, fuck me, man. In a few weeks, I took my deadlift from like 385 to 425. Bulking does a lot for you. I took my squat from, I don't really squat that much, 225 to like 265, and my bench from like 185 to 225. In a few weeks. Literally in a few weeks. I usually have, I never used to do like powerlifting style stuff, but bro, when you start getting on a bulk, you will love that feeling. And it's still skyrocketing. I'm still over here. My numbers are still flying up. I love the bulk when you just go into the gym and you love the amount and seeing the numbers on your tracking app skyrocket. Previous bench press 220 by 1, and now you come do 220 by 3. By 3, your 1 rep max is now your 3 rep max. That's fucking sick. So keep that in mind. That's your first pro. And the second one is obviously because you lift more, you pack on muscle everywhere. You start looking beefy. You start adding muscle mass to yourself. You start adding weight, adding size. So if you're a victim weight, this is a very very good thing for you to do. Add on that weight and that muscle. The third pro is future strength. So what I mean by this is, say you weigh 160 pounds right now, and you can bench press 150 pounds, or let's convert this to kilograms. You can bench press 70 kilograms, because I know most of my people, they're from globally, right? And I don't know why the fuck the West uses pounds instead of kilograms. Oh, we're so cool, we're Americans, we're Western. Fuck's wrong with these people, man? I don't know why these fuckers use pounds. So 150 pounds or 70 kilogram bench press. Say you can do that, and you weigh 160 pounds, right? Or 72 kilos, okay? Let's say you weigh that amount, and you can currently only bench press 70 kilos. I'm just gonna keep it kilos to keep it simple, okay? You weigh 75 kilograms and you can bench press 70 kilos. You bulk up to 85 kilograms, and now you can bench, because you've bulked up and you've added muscle, now you can bench press 100 kilos. When you cut back down to 75 kilograms, you might think, oh, but I can only bench 70 kilograms again. No, you'll be able to bench 90. So at the same weight in the future, you will be stronger. Now I'll convert back to pounds so the fucking Westerners can understand. If you're 160 pounds and you can bench press 200 pounds, bulk up to 200 pounds and you'll be able to bench press, say, 250 pounds. Once you bulk back down to 160 pounds, you're going to be able to bench press more weight at that same weight. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you will be stronger at the same weight in the future because you've added muscle. This means you've added permanent strength to yourself. So you're going to be a lot stronger in the future. Another pro is that you simply look like a man. You look big, you look like a man, and this means you get more respect from men and you get more attraction from women. Which I know a lot of you horn dogs are looking for, right? You get a lot more respect. If you see a skinny little twiglet, and you don't have to be fucking 6'3", by the way. You don't have to be 6'3" to get like the respect. If you look big and beefy and you're 5'7", you're still gonna be a lot more respected than if you're a skinny little twiglet and you're 5'7". Point is, you look beefier, you look thick, you look muscular, you've added weight to you, you've added size to you, you've thickened up your neck, you've thickened up your traps. Of course you will get a lot more respect. You look more like a man now, you look more like a lifter, you look more strong. You will gain more respect and more attraction from women. Obviously respect, we know why, and attraction, same thing, we know why. When a guy looks more powerful, he's more attractive to men and women. You understand? Good. Move on to the next pro. The next pro is you can arm wrestle motherfuckers a lot easier. This is a bit like of a funny little pro. Honestly, this is all combined into you become more jacked. We already know how many benefits being jacked can be. You get more jacked in the future. You get to arm wrestle motherfuckers and win. So keep that in mind. The more you bulk, the more your biceps are bigger, the more your forearms are bigger, the more your shoulders are bigger, the more your grip strength is stronger, the more you can arm wrestle motherfuckers and mug them. So honestly, yeah man, this, like most of the pros, you get more jacked in the future basically. You get bigger, you get stronger, you get sexier, and you get more aesthetic. Now, do I think it's worth it? Abso-fucking-lutely, without the slightest shadow of a doubt. If you're skinny, you need a bulk. If you're skinny fat, you need a bulk. If you're mid, you know, you're a bit like soft and puffy, you need a bulk. If you're kind of muscular, bulk. Again, more and more benefits. The only time you should never bulk is if your BMI is over 30 and you're obese. Not over 30 in muscle, that's like steroid shit, right? If your BMI is over 30 and it's just fat, if you are obese, like fat, not skinny fat, oh I have a pudgy belly, oh I have a little small beer belly, oh, not that. If you are obese, if you're a fucking balloon, that's the only time you should really think about cutting, especially as a beginner. If you're a beginner, 90% of the time, bulk. 90% of the time you want to bulk. Fuck me man, I wish I could just go back in time and skip that recomp because I would be a lot bigger right now. It got me like aesthetic and everything, and to be honest maybe I wouldn't have changed the tides because I didn't look fat, I looked good, I looked, you know, lean and everything. It allowed me to become a degenerate in university, which means, you know, sleep around and be a fucking male slut, right? And I learned a lot of lessons from that. But to be honest, if I could go back and tell you what to do, bulk. Again, unless you're fucking obese. So keep that in mind, brother. If you want to make a fuckload of money and take over the business that I'm doing right now, lead your own movement, lead your own empire, and make a shitload of money doing it, click the first link in the description, brother. But other than that, I better see you shoveling down your fucking chicken and rice. Shoveling down whatever it is, okay? Don't be too unhealthy with it. You can allow room. I'm not saying go full out on a dirty bulk. You could do that, but it's probably not that good for you, to be honest. You get up to a big weight, get up to a nice, good BMI, get some thickness and beefiness to your body, look big, look strong, look muscular, look aesthetic, and look attractive. And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Take care, brother.